from beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Yeah, this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Young to throw it. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Young now. Again, that's Hurst. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Chark, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. So on fourth down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Young looks to throw on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go now. 53.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. When you look at this defense, they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a...
There he goes, right side. Inside the 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 1. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
It goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to that.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd down, Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On play action. Here's Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 69 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now 2nd and 9. Young working out of the gun. Shark's got it left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Chark is on his 3rd feline-branded team in 3 seasons, going from the Jaguars to the Lions and now to the Panthers. He's a former 1,000-yard guy and an accomplished deep threat, but also hasn't stayed healthy for a full season. The Panthers, they need someone with his ability in the lineup.
Young throwing complete there to Mingo. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw on second down is Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The Dolphins at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
3rd and 20.
Here is Young.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
H.A. now up the middle. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To his throw here, going to be caught by Wilson.
Fights forward at the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
H.A. on 1st and 10.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Again, it's H.A.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
H-Aid will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
First down, Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's on his way. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
A-chain here. They stay on the ground. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
A-chain was one of the big backfield home run hitters in the 2023 draft. One of the fastest players in the class. Miami excitedly drawing up plays like that for him from the moment they sent that pick in.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it.
Leaping, and he makes the grab.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A give up the middle to A-chain.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the handoff, it's A-Chain. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Sanders' kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here's Young from the shotgun. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Young.
Connecting here with Chark on the out route. Down the left sideline.
Touchdown! DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Berrios now from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Oh, Young loses it.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Now it's A-Chain headed right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Tua. Short throw hauled in by Croft. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Young.
Open man is Mingo, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
Young on first down.
He completes this one to Mingo. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Running right, here's Sanders.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 6. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 76 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Young to throw it.
That swung out wide to Sanders. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st and 10, Young.
They'll air one out deep for Mingo.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 2nd down, a run by H.A. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken in at the 22.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here's 2nd down.
Now Young.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out, because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Miami, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.